Hey, a big horse race is coming up, which is fine, but let's talk about something besides the mint juleps and the heavy dose of pretension. Let's talk about the best horse names ever. And I guess there are rules about what you can and cannot name them. Also, the robots are flexing in the emergency room, and Hugh Grant, the actor, has one particular pet peeve that I couldn't agree with more. All of that on the way after I share today's Mindbender. The average house has 6.5 of these in the kitchen. That's right, I'm getting in your kitchen today. I'll have a clue coming up. Tomorrow, that is Saturday, May 2nd, as I record this, fans of horse racing and enormous hats will be tuned in for the 152nd running of the Kentucky Derby. Now, for many of us, the race itself is actually secondary to scoping out the funny names of the horses. A website has compiled a list of the 31 best horse names in Derby history, and I've got to share some of the classics such as Mr. Frisky, Afternoon Delights, I'm a Wild and Crazy Guy, yes, all one word, and Corn Off the Cob. There was also a horse that raced back in 1916 under the name The Cock. I think they may have been implying a rooster, but I mean, who knows? I personally liked Sinister Minister from 2006. And in 1882, there was a horse named Lost Cause. Turned out to be appropriate. That horse finished 13th out of 14. By the way, I guess there are multiple reasons why a suggested name can be denied. The same website explains what constitutes a no-no. I'll put both of those links for you in the description. Hey, get ready for your robot doc. For years in science fiction movies, we've seen robots performing surgery or doing other doctorly things. Well, as is often the case, science fiction is turning into science fact. A new study out of Harvard, no less, Harvard, found that when it came to various tasks in the emergency room, I hate that word tasks, it's too hard to say. Things like diagnoses and triage, well, the AI not only performed as well as real doctors, but in many cases outperformed them. You know, rather than getting upset by it, which I guess some people would do, perhaps the best attitude to take is how much the robots will be able to assist in future cases. Could save a lot of lives. So, no, you probably won't have C-3PO taking out your gallbladder anytime soon, but he might perform the diagnosis in half the time. All right, it's time for your Mindbender clue. The average house has 6.5 of these in the kitchen. For years, I could not enjoy these. I could not, because I had one of those wood-paneled refrigerators. Yeah, like that. Hideous. And it kept me from doing something you probably get to do. Does that help? I'll have your answer on the way. You know, we all have pet peeves. Hugh Grant has a list a mile long. As he said, and I'm quoting, "I am one enormous pet peeve. That's all I do. I walk around the streets peeving." He added, "I'm pretty much Larry David." Now that's funny. The reason I bring it up is because in the midst of his long list, which included people walking slowly, water bottles, and leaf blowers, he touched on something I thought only annoyed me. He said road construction sites with no people working on them. Holy crap. There is a major intersection not far from my house that has been under construction, I'm not kidding, for almost 2 years, and you never see anyone there. As I like to point out, the entire Empire State Building, from dirt to completely finished, took 410 days. That's less than 14 months. This one intersection is at 2 years and counting. Just a bunch of orange barrels, closed lanes, random equipment sitting idle, and mounting frustration. Where the hell are the workers? Thank you, Hugh. Thank you, Hugh. Thank you, Hugh. That's also hard. That's harder than tasks. You go on being peeved, buddy. All right, did you figure out today's Mindbender? The average home has 6.5 what in the kitchen? Refrigerator magnets. And before someone comments by saying, how can you have half a magnet? It's an average. Averages are not always neat and tidy. I will tell you, I was thrilled to move a few years ago and leave that wood-paneled monstrosity in my past. I now have a proper metal beast, and I can put any damn magnets on there I want. That is a wrap for today's Mindbender. Hey, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment, and share this with your friends, because that's just a nice thing to do. I'm Dom Testa.